Hi everybody, welcome back. Thank you so much for watching. So we are on the cusp of 2015, and so for my last video of 2014 I thought that I would share with you guys my makeup inventory. Now that is not my makeup collection, so it's not going to be a tour of all this stuff behind me here. That is probably going to come a little bit later. Just let me know if you guys would be interested in actually seeing the items. This is just the numbers. So I've broken it down into categories. Generally, they're pretty broad categories. I didn't really divide stuff up a lot. So for example, my blush category includes all of my blushes. I didn't separate powders and creams. And I just kept everything together. Now, I will tell you what it is if I've split it up once I'm going through the numbers. And unlike other people, if you've watched other videos like these, and they are so great to watch, I am just kind of obsessed with watching them. But a lot of people decided on numbers for their ideal collection as well. So they would say what they currently have and what they hope to have. I didn't do that because I'm not looking at my collection by the numbers. I'm kind of looking at it by the products that I'm using. So obviously I want to downsize significantly in some cases, and others not so much. I just don't have a particular number in mind that I really want to go down to. I will say that I do have a lot of things that are sample size, so I'm including those in this count. I'm not including things like foils, things that would be like a one-time use, but I am including things like, you know, a little mini eyeliner, and I am including things like the deluxe sample size mascaras. Those are the kind of things I'm including as well, so not everything in those numbers is a full-size product. I will say too that downsizing my collection has a lot to do with my storage as opposed to the exact numbers. So if I show you guys what my collection currently looks like, I'll show you what I mean. Like I have the little containers and things that I would like to be able to keep all of a certain thing in one as opposed to having them in 3 or 4 and having to get different boxes and things. I do like having everything on display. I think it looks nice, and this is my room so I can do what I want with it. It's not like it's a shared space with other people. So that's why I'm not so concerned about having a really tiny collection that I can put in a drawer. I love makeup, so I'm looking to downsize, but not downsize dramatically. Without further ado, let's get into the numbers. I will be doing this in the order that I would normally put my makeup on. So the first thing that I would normally put on is an eye primer. I currently have 6 eye primers. The next thing I would put on is a face primer, and I have 16 face primers. Now a lot of these are, granted, those deluxe sample size. I've used a ton of them already in project pans. You've probably seen them. They come in like every kind of kit. It's something like the Benefit Professional. You always get in a Benefit kit and it's like this big, but they last forever. Okay, so next I would probably do eyeshadows, and I was not very specific when I counted up my eyeshadows. It's just kind of the way that I guess prioritize them, is that I have my eyeshadow palettes, which range anywhere from about 4 shadows, but also included in that tally is stuff like my Naked palettes and my Vice palettes from Urban Decay. And I didn't narrow down my eyeshadow singles, duos, quads. I didn't break those down in different categories. I kind of just counted them all up. My high-end shadows are either palettes or they're singles, and I have some drugstore like trios, quads, but I just counted those as one. I didn't do an individual tally. I was just more interested in looking at like a bigger number. So for the eyeshadows, which is individuals, duos, trios, etc., I have 62. I should also say that this is not bragging. I'm just trying to get a firm grasp on the items that I have in my collection and how many things I actually have, and to be just honest about it, and that way you guys know too what the numbers are that I'm working with. And at the end of 2015 I'll do a comparison and let you guys know how many I have in each category now, which obviously my goal is to downsize a lot. Okay, so now for eyeshadow palettes. I have 28, which is ridiculous. So then after eyeshadow, maybe I'd go in with something like a BB cream or a tinted moisturizer, and I have 6 of those. If I didn't use like a tinted moisturizer or a BB cream, I would then likely use a foundation. These are all liquid foundations. I have 18, and they are all full size. I have a problem. So let's move on to brows. I have 8 brow products. The way that I counted that is all things kind of specifically related to brows. So it's any specific brow pencils, if I have any gel or mascaras, like the dip brow. It's a wide variety of things. They're not exactly the same formula, but it was just easy enough to just kind of count those things. So next, concealers. I have 14 concealers. For face powders, I have 12. So that's like pressed and loose powder together. So bronzers, not so bad. I have 9 bronzers. A lot of those are actually like deluxe sample size, like the Benefit Hoola that was in my last project pan. So blushes, this actually really surprised me because I have never really been a blush person, but recently I've found a love for blushes, and that means that I've managed to collect 43. God, I'm so like nervous talking about these numbers. Some people, I don't know if this is gonna seem like really crazy to some people or just not, or just like nothing to some people. I really don't know what everybody's collections are like. So I mean, some people could be watching this being like, she's nuts, she has so many things, and other people might be going, that's it? Really? Anyway, highlighters. I have 16 highlighters. Then for eyeliners, so, okay, so this is another one that's really crazy. Like I showed you guys, I do have a lot of those like the little bitty guys, and then there's some that I have used a lot up of, so they are very small, but I have 65 eyeliner pencils, and I have 8 other eyeliners. For mascaras, I have 10. Then lip liners, I have 12. Lip balms, I have 22, so that would be clear lip balms. So that would be things like EOS and Baby Lips. For lip glosses, I have 58. I don't even really like lip glosses. How did I get 58 lip? And then for my last category, lipstick. I don't even know where to begin with this. I don't know how I got so many lipsticks in my life. I somehow collected 133 lipsticks. Yeah, 133 lipsticks. How? This year, we are going to see how much progress I can make with trimming down those numbers. Going in to 2015 with no particular number goals, just that I wanted to see a decrease in every category. Anyway, those are my scary numbers in my inventory. Let me know if you guys have heard of any other use it up challenges, anything that you could recommend for me to do. I do want to get through a lot of things in my makeup collection in 2015. I will be bringing you my Project 20 pan intro tomorrow, the first day of 2015. Super excited for that. I hope this was interesting for you guys. Now you get a better idea of what I'm dealing with in terms of my makeup collection, and that I really have a long way to go. So we're probably gonna be here for a while. Any comments, feedback, ideas, suggestions, anything, please leave them in the comments down below. I would really love to hear from you guys. Thank you again so much for watching. It really means a lot to me. I really, really appreciate it. And I hope that you guys all have a wonderful new year. See you in 2015. Bye.